This bedtime mistake is killing your testosterone, and most men do it. Most of your testosterone is produced while you sleep, but this one common problem is ruining your body's ability to make it. Fix this tonight, and you'll wake up feeling stronger, sharper, and more energized. So guys, if you didn't know this, most of our hormones are made at night while we're sleeping, and more specifically when we're in deep REM sleep. And testosterone is the most important of those hormones. And so if we don't get good restful sleep on a consistent basis, then we're literally not producing nearly as much testosterone as our bodies naturally could. And testosterone is not just a muscle building hormone, all right? Most guys know that. Testosterone also affects your libido, your energy levels, your ability to focus, your mood, all kinds of things. So having low testosterone doesn't just prevent us from building muscle, it actually makes our body much more likely to hold on to and store body fat, plus all those other things I just mentioned. So we need to figure out ways to get really good sleep, because that's the first most important thing that happens when it comes to making testosterone, and that is by far and away the most important thing we can do as far as men. So here we go. I'm going to give you 3 tips on how to improve your sleep, and the last tip is the smallest, but it may be the most important one. All right. Now the first one, guys, is pretty straightforward, but I guarantee you not everybody does it, and I know I screw up on this all the time. And that is, if you have to wake up a couple of times at night just to take a pee, then that's gonna screw up your REM sleep. So just simple as this, be sure and stop drinking a couple of hours before you go to sleep. All right. And then of course, even if you don't have to pee, before you crawl in bed at night, force yourself to go in the bathroom and take a leak, guys. So if you can only get up once a night, all right, to take a leak, think how much better that is for your overall sleep than for you guys that are getting up 2, maybe 3 times just to take a leak. And a lot of that was caused because you were drinking not just water too late, but some of you guys drink beverages like alcohol that are diuretics that actually increase your body's or your kidneys' production of urine. All right, so just change that up. That's real straightforward. All right, number 2 is going to be the hardest, guys, and that is, try to deal with your stress levels. So if you're going to bed very anxious and stressed out about work, about your relationships with your wife or girlfriend or whatever, it's that's going to screw up your sleep. That's really hard to deal with. I get it. The other thing that stress does to us is not just screw up your sleep, but stress creates another hormone in our body called cortisol. It's a fight or flight type of hormone. And the more cortisol your body produces, and it's a stress hormone, the less testosterone your body can produce. So both of those hormones fight over an enzyme, and that there's only so much of that enzyme that can be used, and it's either used to produce cortisol or testosterone. So the more cortisol you make, the less T you can make. So figure out a way, guys, to minimize the stress levels as much as possible. All right, the third and final tip is your phone. This is another thing the rule that I break all the time. Try not to get on your phone and start going through social media when you climb in bed. Oh my God. So, all these devices use LEDs, and LEDs put out blue light, and there's studies that show that blue light can actually screw up your sleep patterns. And I will just, I'll be scrolling on my phone, checking stuff, and it's just stupid. It's worthless. It's just mindless stuff. It's unnecessary. Some of you guys can figure it out. There's a way to actually turn the blue light off on your phone. So you can actually still see your phone, but it's not emitting any blue light. That can maybe help a little bit, but preferably just don't get on your phone, because what'll happen is it creates endorphins. I mean, that's, Facebook and YouTube and Instagram have designed their algorithms to feed you stuff that you want to see, and it gives you just a little tiny, kind of almost like a sugar high. And so you keep scrolling over and over and over again, and that's what's going on. And of course, that can lead to bad sleep. All right, so 3 tips. 2 of them were actually pretty simple. The second one, the stress, that's a tough one to deal with. But still, 3 tips that you can try to incorporate into your daily life. And if you can do it consistently, guys, you really will produce more testosterone. Then that leads to all kinds of great benefits. And then the other thing is, guys, you can't just get good sleep, 2 or 3 days a week. You got to stick with it and never give up on yourself.